Okay, so guys, this is the plan for today. Since we lost 1 week because of the Hurricane Ita several weeks ago, so we are a little bit late, and we only got actually 1 week, like this week, for lecturing, teaching, and lab. And next week would be the reading week, and after that would be the final presentation. So I still want to cover a very important tool, which is the assemble system for 5D assemble. So let's do it together. And I understand that according to the syllabus, the deadline for the 5D BIM homework would be this week, right? But we have to postpone that. So let's postpone that until after the final presentation, so you guys will have enough time to work on this project. But let's work together today to learn it and to work together on this too. So let me share my screen. Okay, let me know if you can see my screen.
I can see your screen.
Okay, great. So assemble, to put it simple, it's a web browser-based BIM tool. So you can basically load your BIM model to this just a web page, and you can do a lot of things with that, like a filtering, like viewing the models and do the estimates. So just to search assemble, I'm going to create an account for you guys later, but I'm just going to show you. I have an account with assemble system, and this would be how you log in this system. So you just basically just Google assemble system and go there, and just say login, and then log in with my account. And I did that so it remembers my information, and then you will see something like brochures or books. Each book is a project, and you can basically name it. You can give them different names, give them different pictures as the cover, and also give them different colors. If you are running a lot of projects, you probably want to color code your projects to see which are ongoing projects, which are finished projects, things like this. So if you want to go see the project, you just basically click that book, then you just go in. And as you can see, guys, this is just a web page. It's a web browser. It's not, you do not need to install anything, okay? So you go there, you see, this is the project. And for this particular team, this is the team from last year. And you'll see they just got one model here. But for each project, you could have multiple models, right? You can have MEP BIM models, you can have architectural models, whatever models, or you can have models just for concrete. You can have models just for steel. So this is the model. If you want to go see the model, just click this one. Then it will open the main UI using the face of assemble system. As you can see, it's very simple. You got the tables, you also got the view of that, and you can basically decide. And also this is the property window. You can also open the property window. So let me close this one. And if you want to focus on, let's say, just the view of that, you can definitely just hide the table. Now it's just a view, and you can just rotate that, zoom in, zoom out, very similar to what you have in Revit. And as I can see, it's running so smooth. That's the beauty of this assemble tool. Everything is web browser based. You can also access assemble system with your iPad, with your phone. So that's why this tool has become so popular among general contractors. So this assemble system started about 5-6 years ago. At that time, their market share was only like 2%, 3%, but they grow so fast, and they got acquired by Autodesk last year, and now they probably have the share like the BIM market for about 15%. I guess it's just a user-friendly feature of this tool. People hate install programs on their computer, especially for the general contractors. It involves a lot of IT issues, and you have to install the program. You have to make sure you have the right CPU, GPU, graphic card. But this tool is amazing. You can use whatever low-end computer to do BIM, viewing and analysis. The reason it's so fast is this is cloud-based. So this web browser is just a user interface, but all the computing is done on a cloud server, and it's just basically sending and receiving data between you and the cloud server. Make sense? So and also there's some interesting function, like for example, this is the cross-sectional view function. Let's go there. Maybe I rotate a little bit. You just basically move this one, and you can easily adjust it to see, you know, the different cross-sectional view of this building. And this is, you know, think about this. You can potentially run this on iPad and can hook up your iPad to a monitor, and it's very easy for you to communicate with others. You, of course, you can change, you know, you can change the direction of your cross-sectional view like this. A very interactive way to see, you know, how the project looks like, right? And also there's a cool function called explore. Like you do this one and boom, basically you just decompose the entire building, so you can have a better view of all the main components, elements of your building. You know, this is particularly useful for estimators, you know, if they want to see certain things. And you can do the simple measurement function here. This roller, you can just, you know, it can give you the numbers very quickly. You have different view, like this X-ray view, you know, especially when you have, let me open the table here. And I can also open, you know, I can, this is the filter of this tool. You can basically organize the items in different way. Like this one is organizing everything in assembly code. Assembly code is a cost coding system. You know, the most popular cost coding system is called CSI master format, right? If you're taking the estimating class, you know, that's the number one. Number two is assembly code. So this is actually the coding, you know, starting with a letter and number. So this is one way to organize that. But let me show you other ways. Let's say, create a new grouping and say, I want to cluster everything based on materials. Okay, and then let's find the materials here. All right, great. So now I regroup everything based on material. So as you can see for this project, I do have, you know, concrete doors. Let's say I'm the estimator of the doors. I want to see the location of the doors. I just do this. See, now it's, you know, with the X-ray view of this one, it's so, I mean, intuitive. Let me go back to the materials. Unfold this one. Okay, so let's say that's all the doors, that's all the glass, that's the curtain walls, right? And concrete, cast in place concrete. Of course, there are some, you know, not assigned. We will talk about that. You know, we need to assign the code to them, so it's easier for this assembler system to function. And stones, right? And also, you can let's find another group. Let's say construction type. I don't know what that means. Probably like a new construction. Oh, nothing here. Let's find another one. Maybe family. All right. Great. I need to give a name. Family. Great. Yeah, so now you see this is probably not a good filter, but you have the sense. So let's say I want to see all the PEP. Now you see all the PEP in detail. Okay. Glazed, generic, pad, whatever. And this is the ghost view, you know, just different view of that. Okay. And also, if you want to focus on just the numbers, just the information, you can basically hide the 3D view of that and just focus on the tables. So in this way, you know, see all the tables. And a cool function, which is something we are going to learn, is how to perform a quick cost estimate with assembly system. So first, we need to switch this filter to, sorry. We need to switch this filter to assembly code like this, you know, since this is a cost coding system. And we need to somehow input the unit price somewhere. And this team already did that. So let's assume we have done that. And then you just click this magic button, estimate. Now it's basically pulling the unit prices from whatever database you created and doing the quantities based on the BIM model. It's supposed to be faster than this. I guess it's the internet connection. All right.
Professor, what database does it use? Like, does it use RS means as its database?
You can do whatever, you can use whatever database you have. Of course, you can use RS means book. You know, you're going to create that unit price data. Make sense? So yeah. Once the estimate is done, you can export that, and as you will see in a moment. So this one shows, you know, export. It can create a very professional estimating book here. You know, now it's done. You open that. All right, here it is. You know, I guarantee you, estimators love this kind of format, different level. So basically you say, this is my level 1 estimate, level 2 estimate, level 3 estimate. And this program actually considers everything for you. And just, this is total cost, unit cost, everything. It's just done automatically. Why this is useful? Let me show you a quick example. So now you guys probably have a general idea about the UI. Now let me show you how we can import a Revving model into it, and why, and some of the advanced function of that. Okay, so let me close this one. Let's say this is my Revit. I'm opening this project, and this is also the project you guys are going to work together. Okay, and this is a school project, and you need to add one thing. You need to add is just the assemble plug-in. So you can basically just search assemble system, and just go find let's see, resources and downloads. And here you can find the plugin for different systems. And the one we are going to use is the R, with the letter R, which is Revit. So you just click here, then you will download that plugin. It's very simple. You just download that and install that. Then you will see this tab. And the UI, they intentionally made the UI very simple, you know, so you wouldn't be scared by the difficulty of using that. So you just got 2 buttons. Publish and synchronize. Publish means I'm going to push this model to the cloud server. Synchronize means I'm going to download whatever changes I made here and to this Revving model. So it's actually 2-way communication. So let's say just go, publish. But before that, I need to create a new product. So let me show you that. Okay, so create a new project, very simple. There's a button. So this is my company, and each book is the product of my company. Make sense? So I just say create a project, and I'm going to call it class demo for 2020. And you can give it whatever name, right? So let's say 888 description demo project. And you can, like say, you can pick a color. Let's say I'm going to use the green color. You can choose a picture, whatever picture you want. Yeah, like this picture. Okay, great. Now I have this project. You know, this is my project. But if you go here, it's empty. There's nothing here because I haven't loaded my model. Now I go back to my, let me go back to my company page. I go back to my Revit. I click publish, and just type in this web address. So each company, after they subscribe the service of Assemble system, they will receive a unique web address. So that unique web address is showing this thing. Okay, so each company has a unique web address, and the one I have from this company is called do.tryassemble.com. So then what we need to do is just to put do.tryassemble.com here and just to connect. And now it's talking to the cloud server and opening the UI, everything. Since I'm already logged in, so you remember my password and everything. Now you will see a list of the projects, which is the same as you see here, okay? And then I'm going to select the project I want to upload this model, which is class demo fall 2020. I'm selecting this one. We can leave everything as the default. Okay, continue. Publish all sheets. You know, in order to save time, I'm not going to publish the sheets. The sheets means all the schedules and, you know, the drawings sheets. So I'm just going to do not publish sheets, just the 3D model, and continue. And you can put a version number. Why this is important? Because you can publish different versions with changes, and the Assemble system has a compare function that to show the differences in your design, which is amazing. I'm going to show you that in a moment. So I'm going to call it 001 and say this is master design. Publish. Now it's doing the analyzing, it's processing your model, and start to load all the components and parameters, values to the cloud server. And this is the progress bar. Just give it a second. Yeah, this is a pretty big project. All right, so now it's just finalizing. I don't know why it's doing this. Okay, close. All right, so now let's come back here and let me reopen my class demo book. You see this product, right? So we have this product loaded. It shows 5,823 objects. That's the number of objects in this my model. So it's exactly the same thing. So let me click that one. And boom, I have my information and also my model listed here. Okay, that is so simple. And if I select anything here, you know, like for example, I select this thing and open this property, you will see exactly the same information as you see in Revit property window. Make sense? So this is actually a much easier way of working with your Revit model. Before you guys do that, I just want to show you one last function, and then I'm going to create an account for you guys, and so you can start working with your team members on this 5D project. Okay, so let's say I have this model. I'm going to come back to my Revit and say, hey, I'm the owner and I don't like this wall. I want to change this wall and prop this side wall. And I want to know how much more that will cost me. So we always receive that kind of a request. A traditional way of doing that is, yes, sir. So, but I'm going to take this new design home and recalculate everything, and I will get it back to you in a week. So that kind of communication is not interactive. So this assemble system will allow us to see the changes immediately. And let's see how it looks like. So let's say I select this wall. I also select that side of wall. I don't know, maybe select a couple other things like this. I don't know. Let's do that separately. And let's say I want to change them to curtain wall. Oh, and remove references and join. Okay, and I probably also want to change this roof to a different type of maybe steel. Okay, all right. So now I know I changes everything, and then very simple. I just go publish and tap in. You know, you just tap in the one time, and then it remembers the address. Just go connect, find the same project. Not that one. It's the class demo for 2020, and just go continue. Continue. Now, put the different version number. If you put 001, you are going to override your previous model. if you want to see the changes, you just basically put a different number, say 002, and say, and change order is requested by the owner. All right, change order number 1, request by the owner, and go publish. You just cannot believe it's almost the end of this semester. It's the most weird semester I have ever experienced. Okay, give it a second. It's finalizing. It's loading everything to the server. All right, so close. Now let's come back. Let's go back to this one. Models. Okay, so now it shows the number of the newer one. But now if you come here, it shows the latest model. That's the setting. You know, whenever you load a new version, it shows the newest version. But you probably notice that there's a button. It was grayed out, but now it's activated called Show Changes. So let me click this button, and now it will show the 2 versions, version 1, version 2. And also automatically the color code added, removed, type changed, quantity, type everything. See, that's exactly what we changes in the model. And the magic is it also shows the quantity change. And if we tell this assembly, if we create that unit price function, the database here, it will also show you the dollar change. Isn't this amazing? Now imagine you are having a conference, you're having a meeting with your owner, and the owner was just asking some hypothetical question about changing the foundation. You know, you probably know that's crazy, but you want to prove that to the owner. Then, you know, before you have to say, you know, I need to try and wait for me for a week. That changes a lot, right? But now you can say, okay, just give me 1 second. Let me change it, push it, come back here, and show you that would add another $1 million project. Do you still want to change it or not? Then they probably say, no, I don't want to change it. So this kind of back and forth communication will make everything more efficient. And think about it, guys. You are working with just a web page. So you can use whatever laptop or iPad to process the data and to visualize the data. I think
Professor?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's saying variance and the units over there. So is that just like the quantity in terms of, it's not dollar amounts. These aren't dollar amounts. It's just
yes, exactly. Yeah, because we haven't created that unit price column, we can basically add a column. I will be talking about that in a moment, how to create this column, everything. Okay. So
what is M2?
What's that?
What does that stand for? M2?
Oh, it's actually square. It's a square meter. It's the metric system. We can change it.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay. So now, guys, with that side, let's do it together. I want you guys to try it instead of me talking it all the time. So here there's an admin function. You know, if you go, this is the ribbon of that. Below this line, that's your company. But above this line, you can imagine you are the manager of a sample system. You know, imagine you are the guy that is responsible for the sample system. So you have this function called admin. So if I go here, I can create a new account, add people. So these guys are all the, you know, students from last year. I didn't remove their names, so they can still use this sandbox of a sample. I don't know if they are using it at all, but you know, I will leave this access for a year for you guys, so you can try it. So now here's the thing, guys. I just want to create an account for 1 person per team, and I will ask that person to create an account for your team member, for your peer. Okay. So now what I want you to do is each team, just one person, please put your name and the email address in the chat box now, so I can start create that, and you guys can see how I'm doing that. So you can create it for your partner. Okay, now I received the first name. I'm going to create that now. So see, I'm going to add a user, and I'm going to put the name here and also the email address. I also need the email address.
Does it have to be UF email?
It's better to be UF email. Yeah, because this assemble system can also see all the account information. I want them to see that we are actually using it for teaching. So, okay, this is your email. Okay, so guys, you can still see my screen, right? So here's the thing. If you are checking this box as administrator, then the user will be sharing the same authority of my authority. So you can create new project, you can delete other projects, you can add new users, you can remove users. So this is the, I have to say, the God motion, the God mode of this assemble system. Usually we only create one guy as the administrator and add all the others as just regular users, which means we uncheck this box. But since we are such a small class, and to make everything easier, I'm going to add everybody as administrator. But please note, whenever you are adding this chat box, we are running a potential risk that somebody is becoming crazy and they go to the the project page, you see all the books, they can delete those projects. Okay, so don't do that. Okay, so I'm going to do this, and Kelly, check your email. You should be receiving an email very soon and showing an activation and a registration link. Okay, well, I'm going to add other. Sorry, what's that?
I was saying thank you.
Okay, all right, so I'm going to add a second person. I'm going to do that in the sequence. All right, and the third person. Fernandez, you didn't give me your email address.
I put it after.
Let me check. Oh, here you go. Okay, here it is. All right, so the next one would be Abraham.
Should I click on continue with Autodesk or continue with assembly?
You know what? I forgot what the email looks like, but you can definitely use your, if you are using your UF email, you should have Autodesk account. Yeah. It's the same email, so you can do that. Yeah.
Okay.
By the way, guys, it's not cheap to use this system. I know that they charge you like $1,200 per month to use this system. So take a good use of this opportunity.
$1,200 a month?
Yes.
So 1,200?
Yes.
Wow.
Because you can do a lot and people love this. So
can I invite others and charge them?
What's that? So now please add your, you know how to add people, right? So add your team member in the same way. Is that all? I think that's all email address I received in the chat box. Okay, now I start to receive some notification that somebody accepted my invitation. Okay. And once you accept the invitation, you guys should be able to, you should see a link, and you should be able to go to the link, and you will be able to see this web page, and you can go to admin and to start add your team member.
Could you explain how to add my team member, my partner?
Okay, so this is the page you are seeing, right? And go to admin here. And if you open this page and just say add a user.
Okay.
Okay, start to receive more notifications now. Let me know if you are successful in adding your team member, so I know the system is working. Okay, guys, please keep doing this. Keep adding the team member. I'll be back in 5 minutes. How it's going? Did you guys do the markup numbers as well? Yeah. Also, usually it's not recommended, but since, like I said, this is a small class, let's do it. Okay, so anybody is successful in adding your team member?
I was.
Yeah, I added them.
Okay, great. All right, so for those that are successful, let's start create a project for your team. So what you need to do is come back to this company page. You just click this logo, assemble system, and you will return this company page, okay? And once you are on this company page, you click this create a project. And now name it. And here's the rule for us to name it. Please use the course number. Let me see, maybe not course number. So how about this? Let's do this. Let's say if you're undergraduate, just say undergraduate and use a team member. And let's say team 2, right? And just put the fall 2020 behind that. So I know this is the fall 2020 undergrad team 2, okay? And you can just do whatever you want for job code, description, image, and color. But the name, let's follow the rule. If it's undergraduate, then undergraduate. If it's graduate, then graduate. Team number fall 2020. And let's create a project now. And once again, let me know if any of you create a problem. Eric, do you need me to add you as admin? I saw your.
Yeah, I tried it with my email, but I forgot that I used a different email for my Autodesk.
Okay, so let me
But
do
the
this.
new, it's the one that I had just put in the chat.
Okay, I'm going to add it. Here. I'm just going to put your first name, and you can change it later. So here.
Dr. Du, I added a project.
Okay, all right, I'm going to check it. Sorry, it's actually.
So graduate team 1.
Okay, I'm going to check it in a moment. I'm adding another person right now.
Yeah, that one. Perfect. Doc. Thank you, Dr. Du.
All right, no problem. Okay, so now if we go back, I just heard we have a project ID. This is undergraduate team 2. Yes, graduate team 1. Great. You guys don't have an image? Or... Okay, so now you have this, you know, I saw these projects. Okay, so for those who have added the project, the next step is to, you know, add this Revit plugin and start uploading the Revit model. So you should be able to see the logo get the add-in here. You know, on this company page, there's a get the add-in. Just click that, and if you download, if you lead you to this download page, and click the second one, the assemble plus RAC, the R refers to Revit, then this is the one we need. Once again, go to get the add-in here. It will lead you to this page and download this one. When you install that, make sure your Revit is closed, your Revit is shut down. And then once this is done, we open your Revit, you will see the add-in installed.
Could you repeat? So we download the assemble plus RAC and what else?
No, just this one. Just click this one. It will download that and double click that. It will start installing the plugin.
Okay.
Dr. Du, can you put the URL to get to that web page in the chat?
Okay.
Please. Thank you.
All right. So meanwhile, I'm going to show you the model we are using. So we're going to just using a sample model provided by Revit. So whenever you, if you download Revit, it comes with your download. And this is the address. So just go to your computer. You will see this program files, Autodesk, Revit 2020 or 2021, samples. And the model we want to use for this project is here, RAC Advanced Sample Project .rvt, not RFA, but .rvt. So I'm going to put this page here. You know where to find it. So after you install the plugin, just go find this file and double click this one. So it will open this model. Let me know if any of you is able to install the plugin and can open this model.
Professor,
Mhm.
can you repeat the steps if possible? Like,
Uh,
how did
the,
you get it?
the steps of what?
For this particular file, like, where can I get it?
So did you install the plugin?
No, I didn't. Like,
So install the plugin first and then open this file. Okay, anybody is successful?
I installed the plugin, but I'm not able to get to that folder.
The folder is here: C drive, program files, Autodesk, Revit 2020 samples. So you guys can see the path here.
I was able to load it.
Yeah, I was able to.
Okay, great. So if you are loaded, it should look like this, and this is a sample plugin, right?
Yes.
Okay. You just wait a second. Okay, so if you open this one, you know the next step is to go click publish, and then put the web address here, which is du.tryassemble.com, and just to go connect. And if you ask you to type in your email address and the password, which you use to register this Assemble system account, and then you will be able to see, the list of projects, and go find your project. And by the way, guys, when you load this one, make sure you go to the 3D view. If you are going to any of the plan view, you wouldn't be able to load the entire project. So the logic here is it only loads what you can see. So the 3D view will show everything. So it will scan over everything and load every piece into your model. If you just show the floor plan, you probably will just load one floor plan. Make sense? So before you do this publish, go to the view and make sure this is 3D view. And then you go to assemble, publish, find your project, and go continue.
Dr. Dio, can I share my screen to see, because I don't find the samples folder for some reason.
Okay. You can share it. Program files. Autodesk. RVT, whatever. You are using 2020, right? So 2020. And go find samples. Yeah. And RAC Advanced Sample Project. RVC Advanced Sample Project. Yes, this is the one.
Thank you, Dr. Dio.
No problem. Okay, so let me know if any of you uploaded the model to your project, and I'm going to check if it's looking good. Anybody?
So Dr. Dio, after opening the model, then
Upload that. So you just go here, open the model, go to 3D view, and then go assemble, publish.
Once I selected my folder, it says something like select models to publish.
Okay, so let me show you. Go connect, and let me find my my folder here, and yeah, just check this one. This is the model, and
Okay.
and just go continue. And I don't recommend publish all sheets. I used to run into problems if I check this one. So let's forget all the sheets. Only publish 3D and model data and then continue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dr. D, what server? It's asking me to select server.
A server is du.tryassemble.com.
And what the version name would be?
You name it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dr. D, can you copy that in the chat because not visible clearly?
Okay. Small chat here. Here we are. Okay, anybody? Let me know if you are done with the model upload.
Mine is finalizing.
What is your team member?
5.
Okay, team 5. Let me check. Yes, and now I see your project.
Really, it says failed.
Team 3.
Team 5, it looks good.
I was uploading from Team 5 as well. I think mine upload might have caused hers to fail. I still have one in the folder now.
You get
Yeah, I wanted to see what would happen if both of us did it.
you know what? You guys need to talk, okay?
No. We told each other. We told each
Yeah,
other.
we are. We just didn't know what would happen if we had both started it and then we both realized we started. Neither of us wanted to cancel.
I have no idea what would happen. I guess maybe the second one will be the newer version perceived by Assemble system. Okay,
Yeah.
so
I have a question about that then. Is it just uploading one thing and then you're just working with that upload? Or is it something where you can see multiple files at one time? Your multiple versions.
Remember I showed you guys the version number. So by default, it will show you the newest model, whatever model is uploaded later. But there's a chance for you to adjust what model, what version you want to see. So for example, this is my project. And if I go here, I see this model. And then I can basically say, let me see, open this model tree. No, this one. Yeah, if I open this model tree, you guys can see my screen, right? So if I open this one model tree, there's a small V2. It shows that this is my second version. I can change it to my older version and click OK. Then that'll be a change to an older version. So if you guys are trying to upload multiple models, you probably already have multiple versions.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't necessarily have to make any changes to it for it to recognize it as a different model.
It's the timestamp. Let's say you upload a model at 12:30, and another guy uploaded another model at 12:31. The system, the call server will perceive them as different version, even though they could be exactly the same model.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Just experimenting.
Yeah.
Dr. D, we should do it with sheets or without sheets?
Without sheets, you can try with sheets. I used to run into problems with uploading sheets. I don't know, there's some formatting issue, but maybe they already fixed the bug. So you can try. Okay, so if you guys are done with the upload, I'm going to just use one of your project and do some citing. So I'm going to use this Team 4 undergraduate. I'm going to mess up this project. Is that okay? So this is Team 4. Okay, so one thing we need to do is to change some citing of the project. So open this project page and go to Edit Project. Remember, you see, Kaylin was asking about the unit measure. By default, it uses metric. So let's change it to Imperial. And in that way, all the quantity measure will be changed to, let's say, square foot, linear foot, pound, those kind of measures. And also, by the way, there's another function. Since everybody here is administrator, so you do not need to care about that. But as administrator, if you want to add a regular user to our project, then you have to basically find, the name here and add them to this particular project. Then that guy will only, when that guy opens this company page, they will only see one book, which is the product he or she is assigned to. So that's how you add, regular user to a particular project. Okay. So let's change it to Imperial and down. So now the format will be changed to Imperial.
A quick question. If that's my project, we shouldn't be doing anything, right? Because you're changing our...
Oh yeah, I'm changing that for you, so you can just look. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Okay, so now this is the task you have to finish. This is something for the team assignment. Create the database, the unit price database. So where can we find it? This is where we can find it. It's a project setting, manage, assemble properties. Oh, not here, sorry. Match data tree. Okay, so this assemble system uses assembly code system to organize the cost information. Assembly code. Let me see, assembly code. Assembly code. Okay, maybe I should use unit format. Cost estimate. You guys see here? See the website? So unit format is a standard for classifying building specifications, cost estimating, and the cost analysis in the US and Canada. So it contains the major components common to most buildings. It is also ASTM standard. As you can see, it starts with a letter A, B, C, all the way to G. So A is substructure, B is shell, C is interior, D services, E equipment and furnishing, F special construction and demolition, and G building site. And then you have different hierarchical levels like A10, that's part of a substructure, A10 is foundation, A20 is basement construction. And you add 2 new digits, it go further. So A1010 means standard foundation, A1020 means special foundation, things like that. The lowest level is actually 6 digits. So it can be A101020 means some subsystem of subclass of the standard foundation. So that's actually something called a unit format, or a different name for that is called assembly code. And this assemble system is using assembly code. So here you see this A to G. It's exactly the same thing as you see here. And you just basically unfold that like here. This is the expand, expand, expand. So now you see that's all the levels we have. So for example, A is substructure, A10 is foundations, A1010 standard foundation, A1010 100, sorry, it should be 7 digits instead of 6. So A1010 100 is footing and the pipe caps, A1010 200 is foundation walls, things like that. But the thing is, we don't have any information here. That's what I say the unit price database we should create. Make sense? We need to fill in the information here, and then my assemble system will memorize everything so they can do the estimate. Let me open a previous project, you know what I'm talking about. So let me open an old project from last year, probably here. And let's go to edit project and go the manage data tree and just put everything. And now you can see they didn't fill in everything because for this particular project, we probably don't have everything. We probably just have certain things. And so they just basically fill in information for that. And they gave the unit price here, and they finished, they see that's 220K, 1.5, 100. See, all the information is filled in here. That's why you can you can use the estimating function in assembly system. So how do we fill the information here? This is how we do it. Just go, let me still use the team 4 as example. Undergraduate team 4. Edit project and manage data tree. So just go export. So that view basically export the entire data sheet as an Excel spreadsheet. I see, go export that to, select the second one, export assembly codes and unit costs to macro Excel, Microsoft Excel. Now it's done. So let me open this one. As you can see, I have all the empty columns here. That's something we need to fill in. And here's the thing, guys. Unfortunately, this program was created by a computer programmer who didn't know the terms in construction. So when they say quantity, this is actually unit of measure. This is not the quantity per se. So the quantity refer to here. Let me do this. Area, count, what else? Weight, area, count, length, weight, volume. Did you see any misspell? Let me see.
The height.
Oh, height, okay. So, okay, here's the thing, guys. In order for this computer program to understand your purpose, your meaning, you have to use these words to put in the quantities and give the unit price based on either the R's means or your experience. For this particular project, I don't require precise number, accurate number. You can make up your numbers. That's not the purpose for this exercise. So just randomly put some numbers. But how it works, for example, if I need to give a unit price for this footing, I know usually we use the length. So I just put the length here and I put unit price. So I know the length is linear foot, so I maybe say 15. So now it means $15 per linear foot, but don't put the linear foot here. You have to put this word so the computer program understand what that means. And if you don't know what the words you should use, actually this tutorial is actually on UF campus listed all the words you can use. So let me just go check it. There's that. Okay, here it is, guys. You can see my screen. So those are the words you can use: length, volume, area, count, and weight. So if you believe, let me find another one. For example, pile caps. So that's the best way to describe it. It's probably count. And for each of them, probably I believe it should be $2,000. So you just put the count here and $2,000. Make sense? And for rebar, of course, we always use weight and this tonnage, and we can put the number there. So when this is done, let's assume I have done this, and I just basically save it, close it, and then I come back here. Instead of doing export, I do import, and I found out the one I just it's probably download. Yeah, I just do this. So now I'm loading the Excel file. I just edited. All right, and just let me unfold that. See, the numbers are showing up here. And I just randomly gave this one thing and I click down. We have this database. Okay, so let's assume you guys are done with the unit pricing. Let's go back to this project. And in order to run estimate, we have to change the filter to assembly code like this. And then we need to add a certain column. So click these columns. This one shows the columns you have now, but we do need some like the unit price. So just select this one. Now it appears at the bottom. You can just drag it like this to show whatever sequence you want to show. And let's say total price, total cost, and just go here. Maybe like this. I click down. So when that is done, you will see the new columns here. Okay, and if everything is done correctly, now I click estimate, you will see the numbers start to pop out here. Okay, but before that, we want to save this current view. Why? Because if you don't save this current view, next time when you come back, they are gone. You have to redo the filter change. You have to redo the column setting. So let's say, let me save the view. So to save the view, you see this little save icon. You just click this one and you name it as estimator view. And I click down. Okay, so what I mean, let me go back to this home page and go to this team 4. Do you notice that I have this new view instead of just these models? So why we need this function? For example, you have estimators, you have schedulers, you have engineers. They focus on different things. For example, concrete estimators, they don't care about other thing at all. They can hide their views. Let me do this quickly so you know what I'm talking about. Let's say I just don't care about all the B and C, so I'm going to select everything here. I just focus on, for example, the B categories. So I just do everything like this and just say, where's the hide? Okay. I need to hide this thing. Give me a second. Where's the hide function? You just keep changing this UI. Let me see, import. Can you guys also try if we can hide the components here? Oh, I see. Probably just let me uncheck everything and just see doors and floors. No. Okay, I'm going to check. Oh, visibility. Yes. Okay. Hide others. So let's say I'm the one that only focus on these floors and doors, and I'm that kind of estimator. So now I can just click this one and say save a new view and say estimator door and doors and done. So if I save this additional view, I go back to this project. now you'll see actually I have a different view. So next time when you have this meeting, you can go directly to your view instead of the entire model. So this is the view saving function. It will save your setting, it will save your view, it will save your current filter. Okay, so this is how it looks like. But we do have another important task to finish this one. If you go here and change it to assembly code, and you'll probably see there's a category called not assigned. If you select this one, you see pretty much everything here is not assigned. What happened? Basically, it happens that we don't have a perfect Revit model. Ideally, whoever created this Revit model, they should put in complete information for each component, including the course codes, the assembly code information. Then when we upload this model to this assemble system, everything here should have assembly code assigned to it. So when we finish the unit cost worksheet, the Excel spreadsheet, this assemble system can match up the information and do this estimate. Unfortunately, we don't have that perfect Revit model. So if I go here, click this one, for example, and go open this property, you will see this one assembly code here is empty. It means what? It means the original designer of this Revit model didn't assign assembly code when they create this component. Like this wall, the assembly code is also empty. Okay, so then an additional step because of the lack of due diligence is to come here, assign assembly code to all the components and upload this updated model to your project. Then we have the assembly code. So how to do it? You guys pay attention here. This is actually the most efficient way of doing that. Let's select, let me reopen this model so you, we are on the same page. Okay, let's go to 3D view. All right, so how to do it? Actually, it's not that difficult as you would think. So let's select this wall. Okay, and then go edit tab. And let's go down and check. There's a line item called assembly code. Now it's empty, but it's okay. Let's click this one. You see the 3 dots, just click them. It will open this window and asking you what assembly code you want assigned to it. And it's so smart. It basically only gives you the most relevant assembly code already. You just pick it from there. So that wall, is that part of a substructure? Anybody? Probably no, right? Is that interior? Probably no. I know it's not interior, it's exterior wall. So it should be part of the shell. So let me open this one. And it's probably part of a B20 exterior enclosure. And I know it's probably B2010. And it's probably exterior wall construction is probably cast in place. Make sense? So you just open that and figure out that the most appropriate code for it. And in this case, it's B2010-110, exterior wall cast in place. Okay, meanwhile, let me open the assembly code. This is the workflow I recommended to the students last year. Like say, you guys can see both of my table, the Excel and also the Revit, right? Anybody?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you check, there's so many line items here. And if you have to fill in all the unit price, I think it's around 700 something. Yeah, 800. That would take forever. We don't want to do it. for this particular project, we are only just interested in assigning the unit cost for whatever items in this project. So that's what we want for this project. Of course, if you are working with a company, if you are doing this for your employer, you probably want to create a complete database because you can reuse it. You have this database, you have a new project, you do not need to create this unit price database anymore. You can just use it. But for this exercise, we just want to focus on the one we have. So let's say I decide to assign the wall this number, then let's just find this number here and give it a unit price. Let's say B20110, and we find it. This is custom place wall, and I believe this should be area because we usually give the unit price per square foot. And I think for concrete, per square foot can be 50. And save it. Okay, now I come back here. I think I can confirm this. So now you see this assembly one shows, the one I picked, and I click OK. So guys, since this is the tab, which means what? Which means the same type will be assigned with the assembly code already. So let me click this wall and go Edit tab. See, it has the assembly code already. So how can I tell which has already been assigned with assembly code? I can just go use the hide category function. So let me see, I select this one and I go this, I already assigned assembly code to it. I use this little pair of glasses and see hide category. Then all the same type of wall is gone. It's okay because I already assigned assembly code to them, right? So now let's see floor. I select this one, go Edit tab. Assembly code is here. I go these 3 dots. It should be interior, no, shell, superstructure, floor construction, and maybe custom place slab. Let's use this one. So it's B1010-410. And then I come here, I find a B1010-410. And I know, for this one, usually we use area again, and each one can be $50 again. I save it. I click OK. So now I have this B1010-410 for all the slab on grade, for all the slabs, and I click OK. And then while it's selected, I use this one and say head category. Boom, all the floors are down. And then I do the roof. Let me see, Edit tab, go to assembly code. This should be shell, roofing, roof covering, roofing build up. Let me use this one. So it's B3010-110. I come to my Excel and find this B3010-110 and find I got it. So maybe for this one, this is also area. And let's see, 120. Save. And come here, confirm. Okay. And once again, hide category. So all the roofs are down. So if you keep doing this, it would just take you guys about 20 minutes to assign all the assembly code to every content. You just keep doing that until you see nothing, which means you already assigned everything to these guys. You can even assign.
I have 2 questions. So one is, how are you putting just random numbers on the Excel file? So because the quantity can come out from the Revit as well.
No, that's not the quantity. I think I explained that. This one shows there's nothing about the quantity here. This quantity is a unit of measure. This is the price, unit price for that. So there's no quantity.
So we can just assign the numbers by ourselves?
Yes, like I said, the goal for this exercise is not to have an accurate estimate, it's just to know how to use the tool. So I don't mind you guys just making up some numbers here.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So let's say you are done with assigning the assembly code to everything. Now you just basically say recite all the view, and then you come here, publish it to your sample system. Now you should be able to have everything assigned. And also, once this one is done, you can load it to where? You can load it to this data tree, and then you will also have all the numbers here. So in that way, you come back to here. Now you can click the magic estimate button. Okay, so that's probably a little bit fast, but for the rest of today, well, we are going to work together on this, so I will be able to answer a question. So let me repeat that one more time. You guys are going to do two things. One thing is in Revit, click anything you can see, edit tab, assign the assembly code to it. While you are determining the assembly code, you go to your unit price Excel, you fill in the quantity. Once again, you can only use these words for them: length, volume, area, count, and weight. These are not quantity. This is a more unit of measure. Okay, that's a unit. And also put the price for each unit of that and save it. And here, once you are done with this assembly code, you hide it and hide a category. You keep doing that until you don't see anything, which means you are done assigning the assembly code to the model. And meanwhile, you should be able to done with assigning the unit price for them. And you come back here, you can run this estimate. So I don't know what is the best way for you to work with your team member. Last year, since it was in person, so it's kind of like one guy was doing the unit price entering, the other guy was doing this a Revit assembly code, and they were just talking to each other, say, oh, now please give a number to B1010-140. And meanwhile, this person was doing all the assigning in Revit and also the hide and unhide thing. So I don't know what is the best way for you guys to work on this, but let's figure it out. But before that, before you work on this, do you have any question? You guys are so quiet. Anybody, do you know what you need to do for this project?
Yes, the question is, when is due?
It's let's push it to the final presentation day. Let me go open this one. You see, the original due date is actually today, but we lost a week. So let's push it to in about 2 weeks. So you see, on December 15, we will have the final presentation. So you do not need to turn in anything. I will basically just go to this project page and go to your, I like this image. I will just go to your project and I just make sure you have your unit price and everything. I will click this estimate button. I will export the report to see if the report is working. I will go to your project edit. I will make sure you put it in Pro, and I will make sure you have the needed unit price entered already. So that's the things I will make sure. And if everything looks good, you will get a 100 for this project. So you do not need to write any report. You do not need to upload anything. I will go to your project folder on December the 15th, the end of day. Okay.
And what are the final presentations for?
The final presentation, if you see the syllabus, final presentation, both graduate and undergraduate. So each team forms a BIM consulting company, prepare a lifecycle solution for construction management using BIM. Must include the main technologies you learn in this class, like 4D, scheduling, 5D, clash detection, scanning, those kind of stuff. Develop a visual-based presentation material, which means PPT, okay? For your plan to manage the project and they gave a 30-minute presentation on December the 15th.
So we have to tell like what we have learned in this class?
No, form a consulting company. You basically you're making up a company and you're pretending to be a consulting company and trying to sell BIM technology to, let's say, a general contractor.
I see.
Let me see if I can find a previous example.
Professor?
Yeah.
So generally we don't have a lecture on Tuesday, like 15th of December, it's on Tuesday. So would we be having a lecture on that day?
Sorry, what's that? What's your question again?
So December 15th, it's Tuesday. And generally we have a lecture on Thursday.
Oh, okay. So then it should, okay, here's why. You know, I put the December 15th because the final exam schedule shows that, you know, if you have a Thursday class, then your regular final exam will be, you know, Tuesday. I don't know, what do you guys want? Do you guys want to do follow the final exam schedule, so do it on 15, or do you want just regular class hours? I don't know about your finals. I don't know if you have other finals. That's why. You guys understand my question?
Yes, for me, it doesn't matter.
Okay, anybody else? Are you guys?
For me, it doesn't matter as well.
Okay, do you guys, so, you know, I think to avoid any confusion and probably give you more time, do you guys want to do it on the 17th?
Yes, I think it's better.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, 17th. Okay, I'm going to send an email to confirm. We will be doing the final presentation as well as the 5D final turning on 17th, the same time that we have the lecture. Is that okay? Okay.
So that will be the day that final presentations plus the 5D, right?
Yeah, the 5D, you do not need to do anything. I will just go to your project address and check if everything's okay. Yes, so you just need to finish up everything before the end of that day. Let me, to answer your question, you know, what the final presentation look like, let me see if I have an example from last year. Final presentation, PPT file. Yeah. Okay, so I just randomly opened one presentation from last year. You see, like, you know, they basically just fake up a company and say, we are a consulting company. Our mission is to increase our company's productivity and enhance your construction experience with the implementation of BIM, and just basically educate the customer what is BIM, 5D, 3D, and also, you know, talk about the functions of the main BIM programs like Revit, shows, you know, what you can do with Revit, the benefits of in that, and also, you know, you can do the walkthrough, virtual reality walkthrough, and the laser scanning technology, why you need to use this one, 4D simulation, why you need to use this one, why you should buy Navisworks, and how it can help your business functions of that. And let me show you some examples. For example, class detection, simulation, and let me again show you some examples, successful stories, and 5D, and why this is also important, blah, 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 and also all the solutions you could pursue, photogrammetry, and finally. So that's how it looks like. Yes, it's like a review of what you have learned, but in the way that you are selling BIM as a consulting company. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's not, go ahead.
Professor, I have another doubt, because in the syllabus there is a final research paper, individual paper.
Yes, that's for graduate students. This is how it looks like. It's just a literature reviews. Let me see if I can find it. Final graduate only. So I'm going to open just one example. So this is a model-based estimating using BIM, and introduction, you know, problem statement, literature review.
So is the paper individually or in groups?
This is, no, this is individual, and this is for graduate student only. So if you see here, final project, graduate students only, write a research paper on BIM related topics. Examples include, but not limited to, overall challenges and opportunities, BIM applications, data issues, BIM for facility management, BIM and virtual reality, augmented reality, BIM and artificial intelligence. Please use the technical writing, which means like introduction, the problem statement, the objective of your research. It can be just a simple research review, right? And a summary, discussion, and just 3,000 words. And due, once again, if we push it to December 17th, so due date would be December 17th. And you can see from here, this is an individual project, for graduate students, final BIM review paper, that's an individual project.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, guys, so let's take a break. Let's say 15-minute break. Let's come back at 5:45. And here's a question for everybody. For the rest of today, do you want to work with your team member on this 5D assignment, or do you want me to talk about the virtual reality? And if you want to work with your team member on the 5D, and I will be here answering all the questions, and I do have, excuse me, I do have the record, the video of the VR AR lecture, and I can share that with you. And I know likely that you wouldn't watch it, if I just share the video with you guys, but let me know. I also have the materials to cover, it's about the VR AR. What do you think?
I prefer the lecture, but that's just me.
Okay, so you want to have some fun with the lecture, right? You just don't want to work today, right?
I prefer
Honestly,
to
I
work
don't.
with my team.
Sorry, what's that?
No, I'll let him continue.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that I prefer to work with my team.
How about this? Let me do, let me think. Okay, let me do a polling. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to shoot. Hold on. That's wrong. Hold on. And polling. Edit. That's how I edit, right? Add pool. Okay. On VR. Oops, same question here. Save, and no, I don't know how to use it. Let me see, pools. Do you guys know how to, okay, here it is. Pull to and launch polling. Okay, now you should be able to see this polling on screen. I only got 2/3 of you guys voted. I got 2 missing votes, guys. All right. Okay, so I have everybody. So this is the result. 75% wanted the lecture. So I try to keep this democratic. Okay. So let's take a break and let's come back at 5:45, and we'll be talking about virtual reality. All right. See you guys then.